Hello, this is Zoe, Director of Zion's Touch Limited. Welcome to Insights with Zoe So today I'll be talking about jealousy again, but I will just address the consequences. Okay, just a quick one. All right. This is not the in-depth discussion. This is the introduction still, but I just wanted to talk about consequences and so that you'll be aware. Okay, it's kind of urgent that I do this video, and that's why I'm doing it. All right. Okay, so in the other video we defined jealousy, and I talked about how you can actually sense that someone is jealous of you, and with that you can be careful and keep yourself safe and try not to trigger these individuals by sharing information that will make them jealous of you, and that's real. Okay, don't say, oh, but it's my life, I have to share my information, I have to let people know that I bought a new house. And yes, they're saying things you let people know, but they're saying people that you just respect the fact that there's this unhealthy side of them that you've noticed, and just let them be. Don't trigger them. Okay, in as much as people have some negative sides, I think we need to be compassionate and respect that, instead of saying, look, listen, this is me, I don't care if you haven't got the same shoes or whatever, it's not my business and things. Let's just take it easy. I know no matter what you do, people, they might still be jealous, and I'm saying this out of out of experience, because I'm one individual that I I understand that there's jealousy, because I've seen in my life growing up what jealousy has done and how jealousy has destroyed whole families. So I know, and I'm very careful, and because of that I play down a lot. And I found out that even when I play down, I still have the jealousy. I still experience this hatred and people jealous of me, and sometimes I play down up to the extent that I stop doing things, so that I don't want the jealousy to be too much like the trigger. I don't want to trigger that jealousy. But one thing I know is that at the end of the day, you will suffer because you won't do the things that you want to do. I'll take a break. I'll be back. Sorry about that. There was a loud noise outside, so I had to just stop the recording for a while. Okay. All right. So we're free now. All right. So let's talk about the consequences of jealousy. All right. Okay. So I have here with me, which is the most basic, and I think everyone would understand that when you're jealous, that's the individual who is jealous, this could actually ruin your own life. Okay? It's not the other person's. One thing about people is they think that what they're doing is actually destroying the other person, right? Or it's not destroying the other person. The person only gets to know who you are if your jealousy is being exposed for everyone to see. Okay, that is, people can see that you're jealous. Obviously, before people see that you're jealous, there are already actions that you've been taking, and people have not seen them. Then after a while, it's obvious for everyone to see. Now, it doesn't tell well on your reputation, which is one. Two, these are seeds, the jealous seeds or whatever you're doing, that are actually, that have the tendency to destroy your own life as it comes to opening doors for you. Okay, your growth, how prosperous you can be in certain areas of your life. Okay, because what you're doing is focusing on the other person and trying to do things whilst you're not focusing on your own growth. That is what jealousy can do. What's happening is you are not focusing on your own self, you're focusing on someone else to maybe bring them down, hurt them, and so many other things. Okay? So what's happening is that you're suffering, yourself is suffering, okay? But you can't see it, because whatever you're doing, you're thinking it's working, or maybe it's working, okay? So you think you are actually living life to the fullest, or actually gaining something. But in the real sense of it, the jealousy that you're whatever you're doing, practices or whatever you're doing, is only hindering you and your own progress. Because what you're doing is you're putting time into destroying and being hateful, to someone else. Maybe, they've got a lovely dress on and you're planning on how to spill some wine on it and all that. And, yes, that dress would they'll probably have to throw it away if they can't dry clean and get the wine out of it. Yes, but that's them. What about you? You're happy that you've actually done that and you're thinking, yes, this is victory. Okay, fair enough, you gained victory as regards that, but at the end of the day, what's happening to you and your own pursuits going forward? What happens at the end of the day is that because you've done that, all right, that is what you've actually gained. You've not gained anything apart from what you've done. What you've done is I'm trying to put it in a way that would be so simple. What you've done is you've elevated that individual. What you're trying to do to bring that individual down is your daily task, and you are serving that individual. You're actually of service to that individual because you are so stuck in destroying or whatever you think you're doing, or you're actually being a slave to that individual because you can't stop thinking or stop planning against that individual. You're slaving for that individual. Every time you're thinking of that individual, what to do, you're actually being the slave to your thoughts, to jealousy. Okay? And that's, I don't know if anyone understands what it is to be a slave to something. You can't stop it until it actually destroys you. And grown-ups, adults, we should be able to say, no, enough of this. I think it's time I stop this. It's time, this comes to an end. It's time, things like that. Okay? And when the consequences with this jealousy, especially when it is known, people watch you. You think people don't watch you, but people are watching you because they know you're jealous of those people, or you're jealous of that person, or you're jealous of somebody else. And people know jealousy it's a very bad behavior. Okay, or feeling. Now, in an organization, if you're working in an organization and people know that you're jealous of somebody in that organization, if it's my company, that's really bad. You can do anything to that co-worker, set them up and put them in trouble. That's really bad. Okay, and these are the things that I would talk about when I discuss leadership. Okay, because leaders have to be aware that, listen, jealousy can cause a lot of conflict. And just to be sure that the leader hasn't got the jealous tendencies as well, that makes it worse. Okay, so moving on. So all this, the consequences, obviously you're stressed because you can't do what you want for your life. That's if you want that. It depends on what you want. Because there are most people that rather, take care of their, family, or, educate themselves further, or invest in a business, begin to do things for their life. There are people who prefer to do that than actually to be a slave to somebody else by being jealous and throwing obstacles their way and thinking that they have the power to actually destroy the life of that individual. And this is where we must be very careful and keep ourselves in a positive energy as human beings, because when you're in the positive, all these negative obstacles become challenges. They can't actually hit you and succeed because you're always in the positive mindset and nature. All right, you try and keep yourself clear of any negative actions and things. That's you as an individual. You're not being jealous yourself. Okay, so if someone is jealous of you, you need to be careful that you haven't got that jealousy inside of you as well. I don't know if I'm making sense. Okay, be clean so that even if someone is jealous of you, whatever plans and obstacles cannot affect you, because it would happen. They would do things because it's their actions. They're active doing things to pull you down, or words, they have to talk to pull you down. They have to say things. People know if they have been exposed. People already know that they're jealous. Okay, the only thing that you can do is to remain in the positive. Keep yourself clean, meaning don't be jealous of anyone. Okay, don't be jealous and keep yourself clean. All right, because yes, they will speak, they will plan, but because you're in that right mindset, you're in the positive all the time, it is difficult for every form of obstacle thrown at you to actually be rooted in you and cause you any form of pain or misery. All right, I know it's a bit hard to understand, but what I'm trying to say is, if you know you're that individual that people are jealous of, or somebody is jealous of, just be clean. All right, don't think about it. Don't be jealous. Okay, don't be jealous of anything. Don't be, don't do anything which is wrong. All right, just keep your cool and be a good person, so to say. All right. So yes, for those who have a jealousy, who are all about this jealous mindset and everything, being proactive about doing things to show that you're jealous of somebody or planning evil against somebody, at the end of the day, it stops you from living your life. Like I said, there are other people that want to do things, go to school, pursue things, and they don't want things like this to hinder them. But there's some people that we throw all these things away just to focus and be a slave to someone by being jealous of that person. This is why we need to talk about the real sense of it. Jealousy, you're being a slave to that individual. You don't know. People think it's normal. People think, yes, whatever. It's not as you think it is. You're being a slave. Think about it. You're jealous of somebody. You're trying to do this and that. You can't do anything for your own life. And you're thinking of one person who doesn't even, who's pursuing their own life. You become a slave to that individual, even if the individual knows you or doesn't know you. All right? So, in the real sense of it, it's like snapping out of it, because you shouldn't be in that frame of mind. You shouldn't be in that. You shouldn't be living life like that. You need to get yourself together, because the person you're being jealous of, you might be able to do 20, 30 times more than what they are doing if you set yourself free from the spirit of jealousy. You might actually be able to do 20 times, 30 times what they're doing. Okay? All right? You can. You can. If only you can actually snap out of that jealousy and take it away, let it go, and begin to invest in yourself. Because sometimes the people that people are jealous of have spent so much time investing in themselves. So much time investing in themselves. I gave an example of myself earlier on when I was talking about sometimes, I would play down so that I don't trigger people's jealousy. And I found that it's not helping me, because things I want to do, I can't do them because I'm afraid to make even maybe the closest person to me jealous. Yeah, people do it. There are marriages where spouses are jealous of one another. There are things happening in this world. And this is why we need to begin to table this issue and talk about it. Okay? If you have a friend who is experiencing this, if you can talk about it and say, listen, there's no reason to be jealous of me. Okay? But there's some people, no matter how you help them, talk to them, they will never change. And it's something we need to accept in our life. And that's why I talked about being safe, keeping yourself safe and far away from people who are jealous of you, who are highly capable of doing things to you because they're jealous of you. And like I said, if it's something that is open, people know and people are watching, so it's not a secret anymore. All right. In this day and age, people see things quicker than even you would notice. People would notice that someone is jealous of you and you wouldn't even know. because there's a lot of how would I put it? There's a lot going on. People are wiser as in when it comes to technology, and there's so many things happening now, and people can detect. They can say, "Oh, this is happening," or he doesn't know that, or she doesn't know. So yeah, we need to be careful. So let's move on. Right. So we're still on the consequences here. Obviously, we've mentioned, you're not focused. If you're the jealous person, you're not focused on your life. You're bitter, you're stressed, just trying to upset the other person, or cause, delays, obstacles in their life, or do things that would make them cry, upset, and things like that. Which are actions, which would, if you're proactive, they would happen, but it wouldn't still destroy the person. That's the truth of it. Because once you begin to do things, because jealousy, you begin to act on it, people begin to see that you're doing things. People are seeing that you're doing things. Okay, people are seeing that because it's an action now. You're acting on the jealousy. You're acting. Because for you to actually do things to people, you need to put things to action. All right? You put things to action. If you want to cause delays in their life, you actually have to move, do things. So when you are discovered, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it, you are tagged. People know you as this person or this individual, and you destroyed yourself and your name. Your name, you destroyed yourself, destroyed your name. And it's always very hard to find the true, people that would begin to love you for who you are. It's hard to find people that want to, honest people that want to associate with you. These are the consequences. What you find is people that are like you. You begin to make friends with people that are like you. People that are jealous and have hateful spirits. It's hard because what you've done is, if when people know you, people who are hateful and jealous, they would come to you to be friends with you, because they want that companionship, because they know that they can't find that healthy relationship with someone else, because the people are careful about them. I don't know if I'm making sense. If you are known to be a jealous person, you begin to attract other jealous people. Okay, good people would run away from your environment, because they don't want to be caught up. They don't want to be around you. And the consequences there is, when you're around jealous people and you're still around them, you're jealous. It makes things worse. Because now there's nobody to help you. Okay. There's nobody to help you. And where there's jealousy, there's still jealousy within it. If everybody, 4 or 5 people have come together because they're jealous, they have that jealousy characteristics and things like that, what do you think would happen in that setting? You're all jealous. You've come together because you share that trait. You guys will be jealous of each other as well. I don't know if I'm making sense. Those are the consequences. Whilst good people are running away from you, and you attract jealous people, you're all going to be jealous, of each other. One way or the other, it will happen. Sometimes you find that people have one person they're jealous about. Okay, they come together because they're jealous of one individual. Once that individual is taken off, maybe that individual is no more, no contact, anything, you find that there's no one else to be jealous about. They begin to be jealous of themselves, or they look for another victim to be jealous about, because that's what's keeping them together. That friendship is based on that jealousy. This is deep. So these are the consequences. The consequences are really dark, and they're really bad. And this is why it's important for us to be aware of these issues, address them, and talk about them. If you're someone that has that jealousy started from family, get someone, talk to someone, seek help. Okay, so that you can live a healthy life. All right. Imagine you being someone that other people are jealous about, and they begin to throw blockages, they begin to do things to you and all that. You won't be happy. It's not something nice. All right. And the funny thing is, if you don't care about things like that, that is what you would get. Okay. When you're jealous and all that, you sow jealous seeds and all that, you're reaping jealousy. It never ends. Never ends. Okay, so I don't think that's a kind of behavior or emotional feeling that we should have. Let's try and talk about things like this and think of how we can stop them. Okay, so we can have time to focus on things that would elevate us and get us to a place where we'll be proud of ourselves and even doing better than people we thought, we were jealous of in the past. Okay, you can do it. All right, just put all that energy that you're putting into being jealous of someone else, put it in yourself. And if you need help to initiate the process, you need help to begin to heal, go and seek for help. Be proactive, go and seek for help, get help. And let people celebrate you as well. Let people celebrate you and see you as something, okay? All right, so I think that's it for consequences. There are so many consequences, we all know that. This is just an awareness kind of video, all right? And yeah, take one day at a time, all right? So yes, thank you for listening once again. I am open to public speaking. Like, comment, share my video, work with me, all right? And yes, thanks once again for listening. Have a lovely day.